Appeasement. Also, assertiveness. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I know my rights. some of these also they're funny to me when I read them. It's like they make me up, or they give me humor. This fallacy, most often popularly connected to the shameful pre-World War II appeasement of Hitler, is in fact still commonly practiced in public agencies, education, and retail business today. Example, quote, customers are always right, even when they're wrong. Don't argue with them, just give them what they want so they'll shut up and go away and not make a stink. It's cheaper and easier than a lawsuit, end quote. Not for Bryce. Widespread, unchallenged acceptance of this fallacy encourages offensive, uncivil public behavior and sometimes the development of a coarse subculture of obnoxious, quote, assertive, end quote, manipulators who like, quote, spoiled, end quote, children, leverage their knowledge of how to figuratively or sometimes even literally, quote, make a stink, quote, end quote, into a primary coping skill in order to get what they want when they want it. Oh, God, yeah, fuck. The works of the Lake Community Organization guru Sal Alinsky suggest practical, nonviolent ways for groups to harness the power of this fallacy to promote social change for good or for evil. See also bribery. What are your thoughts on appeasement, Bryce?
Well, I'm really trying to understand it. If it's similar to bribery, I think I get it. It kind of seems like a combination of bribery and, at least in the first example, appeal to, what is it? Argumentum ad bacon. I think we get to that one later.
It's an aversion to effort, essentially. It's like somebody projects in front of them the possibility of high expenditure of something, whether it's high expenditure of resources, whether it's time, money, energy, what have you. And then they go, that's too much. I would prefer just to give this person, this entity, this thing, what they want to avoid the expenditure, is essentially appeasement.
Right. So I think the fallacy here is stating that conclusion is the just one, that it's the correct conclusion, because I would agree that it's reasonable to, because I work at Chipotle, so there's a lot of customers that'll just make a big stink over nothing, and it's just like, dude, just give them what they want, because like if you don't, like, they'll pull out their phone, make a TikTok, make a big ass thing about it, and like, is that justice? Like, no, it's just like it. I think
you had that before. People have literally.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not like one that like particularly goes viral, but yeah, at Chipotle there were a few times where there was a trend going around that was, if you film the Chipotle worker, they give you more food, kind of thing. And it's like, well, I guess so, because if you're filming me and I like don't give you that because you're expecting that, and you make a big deal about it, then like I don't want to get fired over that. And, yeah, and so I mean it's kind of true with the Chipotle example.
Extortion.
It really is. And so, is it just? No, but in the situation as the Chipotle worker, what is the easier thing to do? Yeah. Just to appease them. So yeah, this is extremely manipulative, and unfortunately for the people on the wrong side, they can't. Extortion.
Yeah,
can you define that?
Yeah, it's like, here, let me look up the actual definition, because
I just agreed with you saying extortion. I didn't really know what it meant.
Yeah, define extortion. The practice of obtaining something, especially money, through force or threats. So in this case, it would be the obtaining of more food with the threat of broadcasting the possibility of you not giving enough food. And that's essentially what it is. The phone itself is a threat. That's
Right. That is
like,
the
piece.
that's part of the example in this fallacy. Customers are always right, even when they're wrong. Don't argue with them. Just give them what they want, so they'll shut up and go away. Literally, that's what we did. So
Literally,
yeah.
Well, the appeasement is not on the customer side. It's on the employee or the organization side.
Right, where they're saying that that's the right thing to do, and it's not. It's not the just thing to do. It's fallacious.
Right.
It's assertiveness. I know my rights. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't really get that one. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
It's like it's like if you're going to administer special treatment to something, search for the one that is whining the loudest, basically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. But I see why this is a fallacy. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's interesting. Going through this list brings up a lot of emotions for me. It's very interesting.
I love it.
And
we're at number 13.
I know. It really helps to be able to discuss it. I think for me, it really hurts my heart to know that people. I don't know. I think a lot of the times you and I, when we are talking about the fallacies, we relate it back to leadership, and so a lot of times as you and I've gone through these fallacies, I'm envisioning in my head intelligent people using these things maliciously, and that I look at it from that frame. But when I now with this one, it will in a sense I've gotten used to looking at it from that frame, so I'm feeling less emotional about it in that sense. But in this sense, where it's like appeasement, now we're talking about everyday people literally applying extortion to employees at in your case, at Chipotle, someone filming you and literally using emotional manipulation to get more food from you so you don't get fired. It's it's just it bums me out that I feel in this moment I'm just experiencing a little bit of sadness that that someone across the counter is going to do that. They're going to impart some type of harmful intent upon another human just so they can get a little bit more rice in their bowl. It's just that makes me sad.
Yeah. I think what's important about these fallacies, I think what I want to mention, one of the last ones was you're mentioning how people will use these fallacies intentionally or unintentionally, and it takes so much language to essentially debunk what they're saying that a lot of people don't bother, which is appeasement, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's what's important about doing this, because now you have a word to describe what's happening. I can now say that situation is appeasement.
Yeah.
Rather than having to explain the whole thing. So these fallacies are helping vocabulary a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think what's also cool is I think what it does also is it gives you a choice point. Whereas if you didn't, it gives you a more conscious choice point. If you didn't know that was appeasement, it's you see the camera, you feel the emotions come on of, okay, fuck, I'm being filmed against I didn't even consent to this. Fuck, I better, you have a whole on experience. But with the internalization of appeasement, I know what appeasement is, I know what it's not. Camera is presented. You then get to consciously choose. Am I going to appease or am I not going to appease? And then it provides I think more, we used this word in the past, more sovereignty for the individual. It's it allows you to be to be more in the driver's seat of your experience rather than be at the mercy of someone else's extortion.
Mm.
Because you get to choose, like, how do I respond versus just responding, out of reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's sad. That one's sad. Do you want to do one more? Because that one was sad. The next one's really short.
Yeah, we can do that.